Hey guys, it's Mr. Bergman here. Just recording this on a Sunday afternoon, so you guys will be watching this on Monday morning, hopefully. Um, but kind of what I want to go through here is a tutorial for you guys for distance learning and what you guys can expect for you guys to do. Obviously, I hope you guys had a great last couple weeks off of school and are kind of ready to get back into it a little bit. This past weekend has been gorgeous. I know it's getting up to that 50-degree mark, so I hope you guys are enjoying outside a little bit and doing some things there. So, yeah. Anyways, we're going to start up here, materials and expectations. But real quick, I just want to touch base. You'll see down here it says any questions, email me. You guys know you can email me with any kind of question that you might have. So during this video, jot something down and then email me if I didn't answer it. But watch to the end just in case I did answer it. But if I don't make something clear, please feel free to contact me. The first thing is materials and expectations up here. We'll go through materials real quick, but Chromebook and iPads, I know work. Chromebooks work the best. I know because everything I've put on Google Classroom, I've been able to use on my Chromebook. And I know some people from my Rotation 2 class have been using iPads and said that they are working with everything that we've done to this day. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to work with everything or not. I don't have an iPad, so I wouldn't be able to tell you, but that's something that you guys are going to play around with. And if it doesn't work, you might have to switch to a Chromebook or a computer. Smartphones, on the other hand, I know don't allow you to do some things on your phone. Now, that doesn't mean you can't comment or do some little things on your phone, but I know you're not able to utilize every feature for Google Classroom. So smartphones are probably off for this, but make sure you have an iPad or a Chromebook or something, a tablet. I don't know if a tablet works or not, but iPads and Chromebooks and computers I know work. So one of those you need to have is a Chromebook, iPad, computer. Although on your smartphone, this is something to get. I need you guys to download the Google Classroom and Gmail app. The Gmail app, you need to log in with your school ID. I shouldn't say that you need to, but if you're someone that likes to have this stuff on your phone, log in, and it's so much easier. You'll get emails on your phones if there's anything important. But the Google Classroom, I'm sure some of you have already figured out you can download the Google Classroom app. But anything like any post that I put on there should automatically give you a notification on your phone. So it's nice to have. I think I have it on my phone. I can see, when so and so writes a comment on my post, it pops up on my phone right away. So it's something cool and helpful, I think, too. The next thing is a lot of you guys were here or in my classroom that Monday before break, and you guys took home your math textbook volume 2. That's very important because we'll be using those throughout this couple weeks here. So that's if you don't have that, you'll probably need to go into school and grab that. Now the thing is, I know those books are in Mr. Bigger's room. We just moved some stuff over there. So those are in Mr. Bigger's room. So you have to kind of go through my baskets that are in there. And then just an expectation for you is logging into Google Classroom every single day. For Mr. Bergman, I'm going to try and post my tasks, my assignments, my posts by 8:30 every single day. So you'll know by 8:30 what you'll have to do unless I notify you otherwise, unless something is having trouble uploading. Something that's very important. I don't know why I put this down here, but this is super, super, super important. This is called the distance learning plan. And, instead of explaining it on here, I'm just going to go through this. But this is very important that you access every single day. Now, how do you access it, you might ask? Well, you're going to need to go to Detroit Lakes Middle School website. So let's go there. We go here, and here is your homepage, and you saw some of our sixth graders down there. But we're going to scroll down, and you see this distance learning plan that you can click on. So click on that, and we're going to go through. And you see, this is your distance learning plan. And this is your middle school, obviously. But you're going to scroll down and you're going to see all of these teachers. And every teacher that has an underline, you can go and look at what they're doing for the day. So let's go through. So there's sixth grade red, white, and blue. So if we go through that, you can see in white, there's Mr. Bergman, Mrs. Corney, and Mr. Hoganson. So in Mr. Bergman, if you click that one, this is going to pop up for you guys. Okay, so in here it says Mr. Bergman's distance learning plan. So it'll go kind of like your daily planner for you. So on today, you're supposed to watch an intro video to Google Classroom for your expectations, materials needed, your walkthrough, and that's what this video is doing right now. So you should have been watching, or you're obviously watching your first step. Your next step is to make sure to join your homerooms, Google Classroom, and take part in the Google form. After the video, ask any questions that may pop up. You can ask via emailing or commenting on the Google Classroom post. So this right here is what you need to be checking every single day. Now, not just for me, obviously, right? Mr. Hoganson and Mrs. Corning have the same thing on what you are expected to do that day. So make sure you log in. Again, it's in the Detroit Lakes Middle School website. If you go back here, you scroll down, it's this button right here. It'll bring you to all the teachers. And then right on the left side or wherever it is on your device, it's under 6th grade white, you're going to click the teacher that you need to look for. Okay. Again, this is for Monday. This is what you're supposed to do for Monday in math. Okay. I'll post Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You'll only have one day to look at. You can't go really into the future, I guess, if you will. So let's get out of that. Hopefully I answered any questions on that. That is super important, guys. It's one of the most important things that we're going to go through today. But learning or I shouldn't say learning, but making it a habit of every morning hopping on your distance learning plan on the middle school website and just checking what your teachers want you to do is super important. Okay. Obviously, all three of your teachers are using Google Classroom. So you guys have done an awesome job, I know, with me for the last couple weeks, just commenting on some random question posed. I was honestly trying to play with that a little bit just to see how that would work, but you guys have done an amazing job. So a couple things though, homerooms. I need you guys to log in every day. Now I talked about on one of my posts that we're gonna have homerooms Google Classrooms for each of you. Now, if you look at mine, I only have 14 students, so I need more. I have more than 14 students in my homeroom, I know, but I need more people to join this. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna go in here, and there's gonna be a post, and you can see I have some saved announcements. So this one's gonna be posted for you. It should be posted already, but it's called a daily meeting. Click the form below for your check-in, and that's gonna look like this. It's called a daily meeting. And you're going to insert the day. So today's date is Monday, March 30th. And then how are you doing today? Answer that. What have you done so far today? And I'm mainly asking educational, like what have you done? But if you haven't done anything educationally yet, just put I haven't done anything for school, but I've done this, this, and this. Okay. I'd love to know how your morning's going. And then if you have do you have any questions or need any help? Okay. I can definitely try and help you with other classes, but it might be helpful to ask those teachers. But if you have any questions like pertaining to math or just school in general, feel free to ask right there. This needs to be done every single day. Why? Because I need to check in with you guys. 2, I have to use this for attendance too, so I can know who's checking in and who's not too. So there's that. The next thing on Google Classroom is your math rotations, okay? So you're in your math rotations. So let's go to rotation number 1. You see I've saved 4 announcements here. So let's look at them all. So on March 31st, which is going to be Tuesday. Here's a plan for Tuesday. Watch the attached video lesson. This is going to be a video lesson for you. Just me going through a couple example problems and teaching you the next part in our new unit, which is equations. And then it'll tell you some detailed stuff on what to do next. I know that the next thing you'll have to do is go to classwork. And that you see this right here is posted for Tuesday, or it's going to be posted for Tuesday. And you have to go on there, follow instructions, and complete a Google form with questions, okay? Now, the questions on there are just straight from your math book. It's not a quiz. It's not graded, but it's for me to see kind of how you're doing. Now, if you are like, well, darn it, Mr. Bergman, I got 3 out of 7, you can definitely go back and fix that too. So that's kind of what that's going to be for like Tuesday at least, is watch a video, answer these questions, submit this form, done. That's it. Okay. So moving forward, that might be how Tuesdays and Thursdays look. It might be a different day that look like that, but just be flexible with that. But that's kind of like what we're going to be doing the first couple weeks at least, and then we might change it up a little bit and see how it goes too. So hopefully, if there's any questions with that, please ask. But this stuff right here, these instructions are all going to be posted on the distance learning plan too. So for Tuesday, it'll tell you step by step by step by step what to do. Your next thing is Google Forms. I'm not going to click on anything. That daily meeting was a Google form up top. You see it's still on my tabs, but it's going to be used for assignments, quizzes, summatives, but that's kind of just, it lets me see how you're doing. Obviously, I can't see what you're doing in your math book, so I need something on my end that I can see how you're doing work-wise too. So Google Forms might be a good thing to download on your iPad, on your iPhone. I'm not sure if it's called something different for some reason. I couldn't find it, but I know on Chromebooks, it's just part of like your Google in general, like you can use too. So every time you use that, make sure you're logging with your school email because it won't let you utilize any other email when you're answering questions for me. So you need your school email. Okay. So I'm going to type that right here. Need school email. The last thing is Google Meet. Now, Google Meet, I know you can download it on your iPad or your phone too, but this is something that I'm going to be using for class meetings. If we need to have a class meeting and go through something, or individual meetings, if you have a question, hey, Mr. Bergman, I'm really struggling with this. Can you help me? Yeah, let's hop on Google Meet for a few minutes and go through and walk through the problem. So I can kind of see now that what this is like, it's like a FaceTime kind of. And I can see on your end, like what problem you're doing, and you can kind of see on my end what I'm doing on my whiteboard or whatever it might be. So it's a really great tool that we're going to be able to use. And I'm still playing around with like times and stuff, but I'll be logged in and really available, more available or whatever during 9:30 and 10:30 or 1 to 2:30. But honestly, if you're just like struggling and it's like whatever time during the day, shoot me an email. And if I'm right next to the computer, let's hop on there quick and go through Google Meet and go through the problem. So please, 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 if you have any questions or if you're really struggling and you can't find help at home, shoot me an email. We'll set up a Google Meet time or whatever and go through that to get some assistance too. Last thing here is things can be really, really, really changing here. Obviously, right? You went from having a huge long break that wasn't expected to now you're starting distance learning, which we've never done before. Just be a little flexible there. Like this week is obviously going to be it's already planned out and everything, but this week could look different than next week, and that week could look different than the week after. So just be flexible with your classwork, with expectations as far as like, hey, that Mr. Bergman said that was how we're going to do that. Then it worked so great. So we're going to change it to this and see how it works too. That might have to happen, especially, this is new for me too. I know it's new for Mr. Hoganson and Mrs. Corney too. So please be flexible. If you have questions, I'm not too shy about answering any questions. You know that. But fire away on an email, which obviously brings me to the next one. Do you have any questions? If you do, my email. I think in your Gmail, if you're signed into Google or your school email, you can just type in Tucker Bergman and it should pop up with mine. You don't have to type up tbergman@detlakes.k12.mn.us. But if you're logged into your school email, it should work already. But other than that, guys, I think I touched on most things. But if I didn't make something clear or I need to answer something in more depth, please fire away an email. I'll be ready for you guys. But this is really, besides checking into your homeroom today and doing that daily meeting, this is basically all you should really have to do for me. And we can check right now. Let's open this and just see real quick. And I'm sure you guys have this open too. But go here. So we watched the video, and now you guys hopefully have done the daily meeting check-in. And then like I said, if you have any questions, it says right here after the video, ask any questions. Please feel free to email me anything too. All right, guys. See you guys later.